Me and Jazz fucking love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But when people ask me stupid shit that they could just Google, I'm like, fam. Okay, so here's a fun fact about podcasts, Jazz. Did you know that podcasts usually don't make it to their 7th episode?
Ooh.
And there's about 2,000 podcasts made per week.
That is a fun fact.
Yeah.
Well, we're halfway there, so...
About halfway to a successful podcast.
Yes, there
Congrats.
we go. Yeah, congrats to you too. What's up? How's it going?
I'm chilling. I'm having a great day. How about you?
I'm great.
That's good.
I'm having the best week ever.
Yeah?
You know this, and it's because... That was a drum roll. Heard you and I got a puppy.
We got a puppy. The greatest puppy ever, first of all.
Amazing.
The strangest puppy ever.
Yes. So we made a whole vlog about the puppy. So if you want, I keep saying puppy. He's a dog. He's 2 years old. But
I just want to say dogs to me are puppies.
He acts like a puppy. Looks like a puppy. Okay?
1 month, 10 years.
They're all puppies.
Puppy.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say.
But yeah, if you want to see the dog, his name is Leo. We made a whole vlog about him. Go check him out on our vlog channel, youtube.com/youtubevlogs. But a little gist about him is he's adopted from a shelter here in LA, and they specifically got him from Cambodia, and he was going to be traded into be meat. They were going to kill him, chop him up in pieces, and make him into meat. And
into a hot dog specifically.
Legit, a hot dog. Probably, I don't know.
Because he is a dachshund.
He is a dachshund.
And he looks like a hot dog.
He does.
So it makes sense that they would turn him into a hot dog.
He's literally just he's right there. If you're watching, you can't see him, but like he's there. He's right beside us and he's just passed out asleep. He has like crazy anxiety though.
Oh my God, this guy is just filled with anxiety. He's scared of everything. When we got him for like the first day, he would growl at me.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I came home,
For the
first 2 days, every time I came home, he thought I was like a brand new person, like a stranger. And he would growl at me. And I was like, Jazz, our dog hates me. What's going on? And he's fallen way more in love with Jazz in this time. But
it's for a reason.
I'm going to pet him today. So
yeah, he doesn't let people pet him. It's so weird. But today I got to I was able to pet him within like 2 to 3 days.
I think 2 days.
And then
I tried to pet him and he barked at me both times.
Yeah.
And
so we think that it's because when he was in Cambodia, it was like men that were picking him up and throwing him around and doing all this stuff to him. So he probably has a really bad experience with men. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why he's just kind of he's more susceptible to me as opposed to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he still loves us both. You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like he knows we're mom and dad.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. I'm going to pet him today though, 100%. If he barks or not, I'm just going to keep petting him.
He's so cute.
I'll be like, bark away, dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to pet you.
I can pick him up now.
Yo, that was sick.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Today he was just sitting on my lap and then like I haven't been able to get the leash on him because he just keeps running away from me. And today I just picked him up and I'm like, you can't. And then I put his leash on. He didn't try to bite me. He didn't even get mad. He was like, okay, I surrender.
I took his leash off today.
Oh, you did? Good job.
Yeah. I was scared though.
Yeah?
But I took it off and he was like, all right, cool.
I think he can sense when people are scared.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs can like sense that. So like you just got to be like, okay, he's not going to bite me.
Yeah.
Be calm. He loves you. You know?
He's so cute. Look, he's just sleeping there, man.
Oh, you just woke him
I
up.
woke him up, my bad.
He's so cute. Okay, enough about the dog. If you want to see more of the dog, go check out youtube.com/youtubevlogs.
Yes. Also, we are going to goddamn Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
For VidCon.
We're not a huge fan of VidCon.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay, we're going there. Cool. Sick.
No.
Continue.
Like every time we go to a YouTube convention, we always regret it because we're like, ugh. Like there's so many YouTubers here and you know that whole bad rap that a lot of YouTubers have. Some of them, it's true for some people. And so it's not a great time for us, but I feel like because they're flying us out to Abu Dhabi, like I feel like it's going to be so different, super cool, a different environment. And I'm so excited.
Yeah, 100%. Like nothing against VidCon. It's just that
it's conventions in general.
That me and Jazz aren't really huge fans of.
Mhm.
But it's in Abu Dhabi though. So it could be lit. So we're going to show up. It's on March 25th to the 28th. So if you happen to live in Abu Dhabi,
Come
come
see us.
through, kick it. I don't know. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be lit. Also, some housekeeping. I just wanted to say some things right now. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, comment. Let us know what you think about the podcast. If you are watching or listening, on Spotify, hit that follow button so you don't miss any future episodes. And last but not least, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, fam, leave a rating of 5 stars because you love this podcast. Am I right, Jazz?
5 stars.
5 stars. And leave a good review.
Yeah.
It'll make us happy.
Thank you, Harjit.
What are we talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about being an adult.
Because we're grown.
Because we are grown-ups.
We're grown-ups and we live by ourselves. And it's scary as fuck every single day.
Yeah. So I think this was the past 8 months was we really took in that holy shit, we're grown-ups.
You don't realize it when you're living with your parents. When you live with your parents, you think, yo, I'm grown, blah, blah, blah. But it's when you move out is when you realize there's so many things that you now have to take care of that your parents took care of.
Yeah.
And it just gets real so fast. And that's what happened when we moved to LA.
Yeah. So we wanted to share and talk about all the things that we've learned, all the tips and tricks that we have, because we love talking about this stuff.
We've built a career off making people laugh, which is lovely. And I love making people laugh. But I also want to provide some value, you know?
Yeah.
Give some tips and tricks about life. Make your life better. Make your life easier, you know? Help you guys out. All that good stuff. Am I rambling?
No.
Okay, good.
Kind of.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You know.
It's fine.
It's fine.
You do you, boo.
I'm gonna do me.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay. First of all, what is your biggest tip of being an adult? What do you think?
The biggest thing would be, be on time. Time management.
Yeah.
Don't save things to the last minute. I feel like it's the main thing. If you do things ahead of time and you keep track of shit and you're on top of your shit, nothing can go wrong. Things can go wrong, but not as many things as if you leave everything to last minute.
Yeah.
Because if you leave everything to last minute, everything is going to go wrong.
I think the biggest thing with time management is making a list and scheduling things out, because if you go against yourself, if you promise yourself something and you don't make that promise, I feel like that's already a huge, you need to figure it out, bro. That's a huge no-no. You need to be able to trust yourself into getting things done, because how are other people going to trust you? You know? Ooh, I feel like there's going to be lots of jazz quotes of 2020 on this podcast.
Of this podcast. You're just dropping bombs.
I'm just dropping bombs, yo. If you can't hold yourself accountable, no one else is going to hold you accountable.
No one's going to want to work with you, fam. If you ain't working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's a quote from me, too. I can drop some quotes in there here. Huh? Okay, moving on. First, we're gonna talk about self-care. Let's talk about self-care a little bit, because
I think that's my biggest thing is self-care.
Okay, cool. So you go ahead, and I'm gonna hop in when I can.
Okay. My biggest thing of just learning, A, being an entrepreneur, and B, just growing up being an adult, is realizing how important having a morning routine is.
Facts.
Especially now that we have a dog, we have a set in stone morning routine. We wake up, we gotta take him out to go pee, and then we have our coffee, and then we have our own time for an hour, and then I go and take him for an hour-long walk, and then Harji has his own time, and we have this routine. And I feel I notice that the days that we don't do the routine, that we miss a step, or that we wake up late or whatever, the whole day honestly goes to shit.
It does, 100%.
Yeah.
Every single time without fail. When we get up early at 5 or 6 or 7, and that's probably not early to a lot of people because people wake up and go to their normal jobs.
Yeah.
But to us, 5, 6 o'clock is really early. When we do wake up at that time, the amount of work we get done is insane.
It's crazy.
It's currently 1:30 p.m. It feels like it's like 10 o'clock at night right now.
Yeah,
because
we've done so much already.
We've been awake for so long. We've done so much. We've done so much work in this time. And I think the reason is because from the hours of like 5 to 9, it's really quiet.
Yeah.
And there's no one texting you. There's no one really tweeting or posting, or you're not getting notifications that much on your phone. You're not getting phone calls. Everything's quiet.
Yeah.
So all you can really do is focus. Well, I mean, you can fuck around, but then why'd you wake up early?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no point in waking up early and fucking around. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. So you wake up and you're like, okay, there's nothing else to do but work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take my dog for a walk.
Exactly.
Because if you have a dog, take him for a walk.
Yeah. Because if you don't take him for a walk, he will annoy you all day.
And eat everything in your house.
Yeah. So you gotta take him for a walk.
Eat everything. But yeah, morning routines are key.
There's so many different things you can do in the morning. Me and Harji personally try to work out in the morning and go to the gym in the morning. I feel like that's really important because if we don't, then we will not go at night, and then we will most likely eat junk food during the day.
Exactly.
But when you work out in the morning, you're like, oh, but I went hard in the gym today. Like, I want to fuel my body nicely. Like, I don't want to eat bad. But then when we don't go to the gym, it's like McDonald's.
I already didn't go to the gym.
Pizza.
I might as well eat like shit.
Exactly.
Right? And like, I always tell myself that, Harji, it's all good, bro. You're going to go at night. Harji is never going to the gym at night.
Mm-mm.
It's not happening.
Our gym closes at like 10 p.m.
10. Both of them.
And I feel like that's such a weird time. Like, I feel like 9 to 10 is such a chill time. And I don't want to go to the gym at 9 p.m., you know? I may want to go to the gym at 11 p.m., maybe.
You're weird.
I know, I'm so weird. But yeah, get up early. I feel like that's adulting tip number 1. I don't know. It's number 1. I don't know. I'm not keeping track, but
there's no list here.
There's no list.
We have some notes. There's no 1, 2, 3, 4 list. But that's number 1.
Get up early, please. I don't know why I'm saying please. Did we talk about this? About like how some people are night owls, or was that a conversation?
We did.
We did. Yeah,
that was episode 1.
I just feel like getting up early makes a huge difference. Everyone does it, and it's for a reason. And my biggest thing is meditation. If y'all don't meditate, get on that shit.
So you're talking to me?
Yeah.
I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get on that vibe. So
you can meditate in different ways. Like, you don't have to like sit cross-legged and go. There's like guided meditations, and even like when you're walking, you can meditate. Like when I walk Leo, I keep wanting to call him Louis for some reason.
Louis.
When I walk Leo, like I'm just so present. Like sometimes I'll turn my music off and I'm just like really present. Sometimes I'll turn my music off and have my noise canceling on. And I'm just like super present. I feel like the ground that I'm walking on. I feel the air. I'm so thankful. But also just like spending 5 minutes meditating makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
There's an app that I use.
Calm? No,
I forget what it's called.
Calm is supposed to be great though.
Yeah, I heard Calm was really good.
LeBron James uses Calm.
Headspace a lot. And then I started using this app called Balance, and I use those. Oh, another thing I want to mention on my morning routine, I'm obsessed with this app.
Jazz is giving out free brand deals today.
Yeah. Okay, I'm obsessed with this app. It's called Elevate.
That's the 4th app mentioned in today's podcast.
I got to tell them what's good, okay? So this app is called Elevate, and I wake up and I can't read in the morning. Harjit likes to read in the morning.
Yes.
I fall asleep if I read in the morning. But so what I do is I use this app. It's called Elevate, and they have like every day you do a series of what would you call it? Like quizzes, kind of.
They're like games.
Yeah, and then there's like a math game and like a writing and an English, and like it's basically to get your mind going, because after school, like you don't really do that stuff. You don't really like train your brain to do math problems and to do English stuff and like to learn grammar. And so it just like every morning I do all of these, and it just refreshes my brain on like different like new knowledge.
They're not games based on things you're not going to use.
Yeah.
Like the quadratic formula, like that's not in there.
There's like a tipping one, and
but it teaches you like percentages and
yeah.
fractions, and that helps you with tipping.
Mm-hmm.
And teaches you like grammar that helps you with like emails and writing. And we do scripts that helps us with scripts.
Exactly.
So just like things that you use in your life, you're just like amplifying them and making them better by doing these games.
And it just gets your mind going, like right in the morning.
It wakes you up.
Yeah.
Right? Free brand deal.
Did you download it?
Nah.
No.
I read in the morning.
I tell her, but you can do it anytime during the day. It doesn't have to be in the morning.
Listen, man. All right. My mind's already elevated. Okay?
Ooh.
I know my fractions.
All right.
Hit me with a fraction right now.
I'm not gonna lie, Harjeet is like a lot. The writing in English I'm great at. The math problems, I'm like, Harjeet, help me.
No, you're good at some of them.
Yeah, I'm good at some of them.
Depending on the ones we do, yeah.
Sometimes early in the morning, I'm like, 2
Wait, what?
over 3. What?
2 divided by 2?
What does this mean? Division
4?
is the hardest for me for some reason.
Division is tricky though.
Anyways, yeah. What about you? How's your morning routine like?
I feel like it all starts at night, the day before. You need to plan your morning because sometimes I don't and I wake up. So I wake up and I go straight to the bathroom and I sit on the toilet.
Yeah.
Right? And I take a dump.
That's a great time to use Elevate.
Immediately take a dump, right? And then I started thinking, what the fuck am I going to do right now? And if I don't have a plan, I go back to sleep.
You do go back to sleep.
Happened before. It happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I just come back to bed because I don't have a plan. And also, if at night I don't decide and tell myself that, yo, Harji, you're waking up at 5 a.m., I don't wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, yesterday he set his alarm for like 6 a.m. and then he didn't wake up until 10.
Because like setting the alarm is one thing for me. That's normal. But like telling yourself like, yo, you're waking up at 5 is different to me, you know? So the day before yesterday, I just set my alarm for 6, knowing in the back of my mind, I'm not going to wake up at 6. But last night, I told myself like, yo, Harji, you're waking up at 5 a.m. And then I woke up. And now I'm here.
You know what's annoying about Harjeet? Let me know if you guys do this. Comment below if you're on YouTube or tweet me or whatever. But Harjeet, what he does is he sets his alarm, right? Let's say he sets his alarm for 6 a.m. And then he's like, I don't want to get up. He presses snooze, knowing that he's like, I probably won't get up for another like 2 or 3 hours. But he snoozes and then he snoozes. And so every 10 minutes, his freaking alarm goes off. And I'm just like, and I'll be like in the other room and I can hear this thing. And like, I'm like doing my like morning routine and all I hear is, It's like, why don't you just turn it off and have a nice sleep instead of like waking up every 10 minutes?
Because I'm ambitious. Okay, I have ambition. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna sleep for 5 more minutes. Boom. So I hit snooze, right? And then I decide I want to sleep for another 5 more minutes.
I feel like it's about knowing yourself. You know? You gotta know yourself. And be like, I'm not gonna get up. So I'm just gonna press stop, have another hour sleep. You know? Or change your alarm for like an hour. You're like, okay, I know I'm not gonna get up in 5. You know? You gotta know yourself.
On the contrary,
there hasn't been in the last 5 years of me dating you, I don't remember an instance where you press snooze and you were like, okay, time to get up. No, it's always snooze and then snooze for 20 more times.
Listen, Jasmine.
Unless you have somewhere to be.
Listen, it's called a habit, okay? So taking, for example, I have somewhere to be, right? At 7. I set my alarm for 6. I want to sleep for 5 more minutes. I'm going to press snooze. Cool? That's the habit being built. Then if I don't have anywhere to be, I'm going to press snooze because I built the habit of pressing snooze in the first place.
So just don't press snooze.
And wake up?
Yeah.
I do sometimes. A lot of the time. Jeez.
Okay, let me know if you guys do this. You know, it's like the most annoying thing. I just turn my alarm off unless I really have to be somewhere. But now I just get up because I have a dog and like I have to take him out.
That's it.
So I've been getting up every day at like 5 a.m.
So if you struggle with waking up in the morning,
get a dog.
Adopt a dog.
Because the most stressful thing in the morning is thinking, if I don't wake up right now, my dog's going to pee in the house. And so you're like, and I'm not trying to clean up dog pee. So I'm like, okay, I need to get up.
And if the dog pisses on the carpet, sending him back to Cambodia, you know?
That's fucked up.
It's a joke.
That's fucked up.
It's a joke. If someone said it in a movie, you'd be laughing. Yo, I hate this, man. You know what I hate about this world? Certain things can be said in movies and they're okay. But when you say them in real life, they're not okay. How come?
If I heard that in a movie, I'd be like, that's fucked up.
I mean, like, if the joke was like well written.
But I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. You know?
Right.
I get it. I get it.
You get it.
I hate it too.
I hate it. I don't like it. And I would never send my puppy to Cambodia. Because I love him. It was a joke. God. Adulting tip number 2. Don't take life too seriously. That's number 2.
What is he streaming?
Jazz, you can't talk about the puppy on the podcast because they cannot see the puppy.
I'm sorry.
That you're breaking the podcast rules.
It's just so cute. I'm such a mom. Like, it's crazy how much of a mom I am.
You are a mom.
It's like really weird.
You're gonna be a great mom.
Yeah, because I'm obsessed.
You're currently a great puppy mom.
Yeah.
But you're eventually gonna be a great mom.
I get like obsessed.
Yeah.
Like a little too obsessed.
Why does it look like you're about to cry?
I don't know. Okay, anyways, number 2. Are we still at number 1? Are we on number 5? I don't know. I'm confused.
Listen, the number 2 was don't take life too seriously. It was number 2.
Okay. So number 3, hire help.
Hire help.
That's a big adulting tip that I feel like a lot of people refuse to do because they're like, A, they're like, oh, I don't want to spend the money. B, they're like, oh, I want to do everything myself. And then C, I don't know.
They just don't understand.
Yeah.
But like hiring help frees up so much of your time because like in life you do so many things, right? That are not worth your time.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to put a value on your time. So for example, if you're like, yo, my hour is worth $50. Can I pay someone $20 to do a task that I'm doing in an hour?
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say?
That, and also like not even with money, with like stress too. Like you want to live a stress-free life. If you're like, oh, I'm going to be out $50, but I'm going to be less stressed, I feel like that's way better.
That's way better. What's the point of living if you're stressed out?
For example, when we moved here, I know about like a month ago or 2 months ago, we hired a cleaner, like a cleaning lady. And she comes, well, they come, there's 2 of them. They come once a month and they just like deep clean our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like amazing because me and Harji don't really want to deep clean our apartment. Like we would do it, but and we've done it the past 6 months and it's just a lot of work and we get tired and then you spend an hour or 2 deep cleaning your house and then you're tired for the rest of the day. And it's like such a waste of time. And we're like, why don't we just hire someone that could probably do a better job?
And today, instead of cleaning, we planned this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we would have cleaned first.
Yeah.
And then we would have been like, yo, let's plan the podcast. And then we would have been like, yo, I'm kind of tired right now. Then we would have watched Netflix.
Yeah.
And then this podcast wouldn't have been done.
Exactly.
Moral of the story, hire help.
Hire help. Even like for us, as if you're an entrepreneur, get an assistant, get like for us, we just hired like an editor / videographer. Shout out to you, Eric.
Eric's the man.
He's the one editing this podcast right now. He's a legend. He's dope. And he is like a lifesaver. And it's just like, and we're eventually going to hire an assistant. And like all these things is like building the stuff around you that will get done so you don't have to even think about it is amazing. Because like even just being like, oh, fuck, I got to clean tomorrow. I gotta do my laundry we do, but like I gotta do this tomorrow, I gotta do that tomorrow, I gotta go pick up this, I gotta do that. And how many of you like go hang out with your friends and they're like, oh fuck, tomorrow I gotta do this, and this. It's like that's like everyone's just complaining. And I feel like the biggest adult tip, I keep saying the biggest, but it's not the biggest because I always say the biggest.
They're all huge.
They're all fucking huge.
They're all very important
These
tips.
are all really big.
Apply all of these tips to your life.
And I feel like I don't hear this stuff. Nobody ever told me hire help. Like
that's one of like morning routine. You hear that shit every day.
Yeah.
Wake up early. You hear that shit every day. But no one really says, yo, hire someone.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like one of the main things, especially growing up for me, was do not spend your money.
Yeah.
Like, hold that shit close to you. Don't spend it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's just the mentality that my parents put into my brain. And I'm sure it's like a brown thing, maybe. It's like an Indian thing. It's an immigrant thing.
It's an immigrant thing.
Yeah.
Because like the immigrants are usually the ones that got hired to do all of this stuff, you know? And so we were just taught to do everything ourselves and always clean your room, always do your laundry, always do this. Like, it's always like, do it yourself, do it yourself, do it yourself. But when you could be stress-free and have more time to do better things, why not just give somebody a job for a second, you know? And you're doing good by like giving somebody a job.
Exactly. Also, one thing related to this point is don't make people, this especially if you're like an entrepreneur, I don't like it when people make people work for them for free.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
And it's weird. Don't do that. Don't be that person. If you need help, pay someone.
Pay somebody
to help you. Buy them food.
Yeah.
Feed them. Get them a coffee. Be a good human being. They're wasting their time, spending their time on you. Spend your money on them.
The biggest thing I hate is like, oh, like come work for me. Like I'll shout you out.
Are you dumb?
Just shout them out and then pay them. Like maybe I'll give you a shout out, but I'll also pay you maybe half of what I would pay somebody that I wouldn't give a shout out to or something.
Exactly. Because
even if they're just starting out. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all good. Because like you're making them use their time, their valuable time on something that you're going to make money off of. So why aren't you paying them?
Yeah.
They're helping you make money quicker.
I think the only time we've ever hired someone that we didn't pay was our interns, but because they were getting credit for school. So I don't think we could pay them. And on top of that, we paid for like food and we made sure they were like okay, and like we gave them free stuff, and like we were compensating them in other ways. But I think that's the only exception is like if they're getting like school credit or something.
I always offer to pay. I know there's people that love doing shit for free, but I'm always like, no. Yeah. That's weird. I don't like that. So I'm always the one offering to pay, because there's those people that purposely don't bring it up, hoping the other person won't bring it up kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I never want to be that person to put someone in that awkward space where they're like, yo, should I ask these guys for money?
Yeah.
I don't want someone to feel like that around me. I got you. What do you want? I got you. That's
exactly.
It. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
It creates a better work environment too. That's it.
That's it.
That was like tip number what? 3 or 4?
I don't know.
Does it matter?
Speaking of money.
Ooh.
Get your finances
right, please.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm 28 years old, and I feel like I just this year got my finances in order. Like it took me a long time, and I never got taught how to get my finances in order. No one ever taught me. And me and Harji had to figure it out ourselves. And you don't get that stuff taught to you from school. And like my parents were just like, save your money. But that's bad advice. So I don't know. Like that's all the advice that we got is save your money.
Just save your money and hold on to it. That's the only thing my parents ever taught me.
Same.
Just don't spend your money.
Just save it.
Don't buy food outside.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was my mom's financial advice.
Exactly.
I'll cook you food. You save your money. And then give it to me when I need it.
But like it's 2020. Like you have the internet.
There's so many
at
resources.
Your fingertips. Yeah.
There's resources for days online that can teach you personal finance. There's books you can buy. So many things. And like people just don't understand, and they don't take the time to understand it. And then they get so far behind in life, and it sucks.
Yeah.
What's your number 1 finance tip, Jess?
Just know where your money is coming from and know where your money is going. You look at your statements, look at your like cash flow and be like, okay, this is how much I spent on coffee a month. This is how much I spent on food a month. This is how much I spent on whatever a month, blah, 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 blah. This is how much this costs. Because if you don't know where your money is going, like how are you going to be in control of your finances, right?
Exactly.
And I feel like for us, like it was, especially when we started making a little more money, we were just like, swipe here, swipe this, buy that.
Light, easy.
Have like, we'll have like 3 coffees a day from outside. Like not even from our own home. We would go out and buy 3 coffees a day. And that's like That's like 50. That ends up being like $30 a day.
If I could go back and refund those coffees, I would.
Yeah.
100%. Starbucks coffee every day, 3 times, 4 times?
Mm-mm.
Nah. That's not the move. It will never be the move.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Well, do it if you want. See, the one thing about finance is like you can choose where you save.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like to preach. I don't like to preach being frugal and like saving every penny. If you fuck with lattes,
Yeah.
if you like cappuccinos, spend your money there. That's cool.
But know that that's where your money is going.
And
like,
then-
don't be broke at the end of the month. Be like, well, I don't know how I got so broke.
Yeah, no, but then like to counteract that, choose one thing that you don't really care that much about and just take a little bit of money out from there, you know? Like if you love eating out, but you don't love traveling that much, it's kind of like adjust.
Yeah.
Adjust that.
Exactly.
That's like one of the main tips. Like just choose your battles kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, man, keep your credit score in check.
Yeah. That's a big one.
I have a story. I have a quick story time for my own personal experience. When I was young, when I was a younger man, still pretty young though, I'm not going to lie. But when I was super young, well, not super young, I was like maybe 16, right? I got super into cameras. I told you this, right?
Yeah.
I was really into cameras. I would make videos off my MacBook webcam, right? And I was like, yo, this quality isn't good enough. I need something better. So I go over to this place called Future Shop, which is kind of like Best Buy. But now it's closed, doesn't exist anymore. Irrelevant information. I went to Future Shop. I got their credit card, somehow got approved, bought this camera, used all the money on the credit card. Now I have this camera and I have no money to pay off the credit card. And I did not give a fuck for some reason because no one taught me. Like my mom would say, yo, don't fuck up your credit score. But no one really taught me like, well, what happens if it's fucked up? Like what?
A lot happens if it's fucked up.
What else do you catch in life if your credit score is horrible? And there's so many L's that you catch. So I just messed up my credit score completely. It was like, I don't even know what the number was. It was just bad. I wouldn't get approved for any card ever. My business partner back in the day tried to get a business credit card for me and him, declined. When me and Jazz started YouTube TV, we tried to get a business credit card, declined.
Yeah, we had to get like a secured card.
Because of me, not because of Jazz, and because of me, not because of my business partner. Only because of me.
Before we moved to LA, we were looking at like buying a place downtown Toronto, and like nobody would even look at us because of Archie's credit score.
My credit score was horrendous, but yo, thank the Lord himself that we had to move to the US and both of our credit scores got erased. So now me and Jazz are back on the same playing field.
Yeah.
And my credit score is now higher than Jazz's credit score.
It's true.
Which I never thought would happen. So now we're here. But moral of the story, if you have credit cards, if you have loans, if you have student loans, whatever you're paying, pay it on time and get rid of it.
Yeah. And just like be smart with it. Like there's a lot of stuff that Harji has been like researching and like tips and stuff that he was telling me that I never knew about, like using only 20% of your credit.
Yeah, there's like credit. There's like a whole bunch of factors that play into your credit score. The main ones are like paying your credit card on time, which is like the most important one. But that's not like 90%. It's like 30% or something. Don't quote me on that. But it's like 30 to 40% of your entire credit score. Then there's this thing called credit utilization, which is like you should try to only use up to 20 to 25% of your credit limit. So say you have a card that's $1,000, you should try to only use about 200 of that.
Yeah.
Because if they see that you need to use the entire amount, they know that this guy doesn't have any money because he's always maxing out his credit card. So that will bring down your credit score slightly.
I never knew that. And it's like, it's so crazy. It's like there's so many things that go into your finances. And I feel like having a good credit score is like a make or break for people. Like some people can't get a house. Some people can't get an apartment. Some people can't get a car because their credit is not good. You know what I mean? And it's like that can affect your life so much.
Exactly. And it's also like the length of your credit is also super important. So
Mhm.
like if you have a really old credit card, your first credit card ever, and that's your oldest credit card, and like 10 years later, you decide to close that credit card, your credit length gets like chopped in half.
Yeah.
But no one knows this.
Yeah.
So like if you want to figure out how to, optimize your credit score, just search up the five or six factors that go into your credit score and know those like the back of your hand. And then you can
Yeah.
take advantage of your credit score.
This is definitely stuff like we recommend just like looking into. Like instead of watching like makeup tutorials or on YouTube or like videos about cats, spend an hour just looking like watching YouTube videos and looking up like how to build your credit score, how to be good at so and so, like how to like learn things that you don't learn in school, unfortunately, that are like so important about living life.
And
You
also
know?
like if you want us to go deeper into a certain topic, I'm sure Jazz we'd be down to do that. Like
Yeah, let us know in the comments below what you want us to talk about.
say you
and
want
we'll
us
do
to
it.
go further into meditation,
Yeah.
we're down. If you want us to make like a whole podcast about personal finance, we can do that. But just go out. Google is amazing, man.
It is. Google's your best friend. You know what I hate? Random side topic. When people ask you a question that they can clearly Google.
You have so many friends that do this.
We have a friend in common that does this all the time. They'll message us and be like, "How do you do this? How do you do that?" And I will literally Google it for them because I'm just like, whatever. No.
Yeah, because I'm like, my guy, literally, how do you think I know?
Exactly.
Like, do you think I went to school for this? I Googled it.
Google.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get Jazz wrong here. Me and Jazz fucking love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I love it. It like feeds me. I love it. But when people ask me stupid shit that they could just Google, I'm like, fam.
When people ask us like questions that we like, we did the trial and error. We like spent a full year just trying to figure it out ourselves. I do not mind helping you at all. If someone wants to move to LA, I will give you a list of things you need to do so you don't have to deal with the shit that we dealt with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We'll give you a moving to LA PDF.
But if it's like, how do you make a YouTube banner? Fam.
What's the resolution for an Instagram video?
Just Google it.
What you texted me, copy, paste into Google, enter. First link, I promise you. The first link will have your answer, man.
I love this podcast because we could just like talk shit, about things we hate.
God.
We can vent to you guys.
One more thing about
finance
is if you have a huge amount of money, not even huge, like $1,000 extra, invest it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just hold it in your checking account.
Yeah.
Because it's not doing anything for you. We made this mistake for our entire career. We had this lump sum of money in our business account not working for us. So it was just sitting there doing nothing. And now I'm like, yo, why don't we invest this money into something where it can make us more money? For example, the simplest thing you can do is you can put it into a savings account that has high interest, and that money will just start making more money by doing nothing.
Yeah.
You have to do nothing. Just move it from one account to another, and that's it.
It's crazy.
But no one tells you that.
People tell you that, but you don't realize how important it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't realize it because, like, for example, I'm gonna get these numbers completely wrong, but if you invest a couple, maybe like $100,000 over 40 years into certain investments that are really easy to create online and you just deposit your money into them, that money will turn into $1 million. And all you gotta do is deposit a couple hundred a month. But no one wants to tell you that though.
Set your future self up for
and also
success.
A lot of people don't want to let go of a couple $100 a month.
It's so strange.
But like, obviously, let me step back here. Some people don't kind of afford to do that. But there's always a margin.
Mm-hmm.
There's always like, you can let go of $50.
Yeah.
And when you start,
even like $5, like start with $5.
There's a percentage. They say you should invest like, I think it's like 20% of your income.
Mm-hmm.
So like whatever that might be, use that and invest that. Have it automatically
Yeah.
pulled from your account and put into an investment account and see that money grow.
Like, even if you have to be like, oh man, like I can't get my favorite chocolate bar every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. You shouldn't be eating it anyways. You know what I mean?
But like, yo, if
just
you
like little things, like maybe like go to the grocery store on like the sale day, like, and like get sale items so you can save like $20, and then that $20 put in an investment account. It's like these little things will make such a huge difference.
and if you want the chocolate bar, just make more money. That's
And
it.
to make more money, you gotta invest.
In yourself.
Exactly.
There you go, man. Those are our adulting tips.
Look at us.
Killing the game.
Do we have any more?
Do we have any more? Oh, there's like
Relationships.
That's a big one too.
That's a big one. Build relationships. We have to remind each other to be social. Me and Herjeet.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have to be like, "Hey, did you text this person?" And then he'll be like, "Did you text this person?" And then it's hard, especially like when you grow up, you like lose touch with your friends, and then everyone gets in a relationship, and then like sometimes you don't talk as much. But it's so important to have people around you, to have people that build you up, to have people that you build up. I think that's just so important so you don't go crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's key.
Mm-hmm.
I suck at it. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably the one category in this podcast that I'm horrible at.
Yeah.
Working on it.
And I feel like like I'm sure you guys have heard this so many times where they say don't if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong room.
I didn't like that never really resonated with me until probably recently, where I was like, I felt like I was stuck, you know, like being around people that I was always constantly helping, but then I wasn't learning anything.
Because no one was helping you.
Yeah, and not even that, is like they would be in the same, like we had a lot of YouTube friends, you know what I mean? And they're in the same industry, so I'm not learning other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like we already know everything we need to know about our career.
Yeah.
I mean, like we can probably learn more, but we're not hanging out with people who are like greatly bigger than us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or that like have experienced more. And like I think just like the biggest thing is like it's so easy to fall into a crew that does the same thing as you. Like you go to the same job. You're together all day at work. It's so easy to fall into that crew, and then you go out for drinks after or whatever, right?
And you guys complain about the same shit.
Exactly. And you're not learning anything because you're just hanging out with people who literally do the same thing as you. So like I personally, like I'd rather hang out with people that are like a doctor or a lawyer, someone that's not in the entertainment industry. So I'm learning more about that stuff. Like I started hanging out with like people who are really into like meditation, law of attraction. I feel like I learned so much about that. And like you pick up things from different people. And I think it's just so important to go out there and experience new things, talk to new people, learn about them, stop talking about yourself for a second and talk about somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very important.
It's great to have friends that are more successful than you.
Yeah. Even not more successful than you, but even like in a different field or that know different things.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like successful
In their own rights. Yeah.
Like in their own area.
Yeah.
So like say they're a doctor, but they're a millionaire doctor, you know, like a huge freaking doctor. You can learn stuff from this person.
Exactly.
This person probably knows a lot about finance.
Yeah.
Because you don't just make $1 million like that. Like stuff like that, you learn from people that are more successful than you are. So just try to surround yourself with not bums.
Yeah. I feel like for us, it's like we work from home. And so it's hard to get out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. We choose not to leave the house. But like also people who work 9 to 5, they'll go work 9 to 5 and they'll come home and have like either like stay at home or they'll go out and hang out with the same people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the same 3 friends and go drink or like go like have the same conversations and do the same things. And you're just in repetition. You're not learning anything new and there's no chance for you to evolve.
Exactly. Because you forget that there's other things in life.
Yeah.
And like you just know one bar and one bowling alley and one movie theater.
Yeah.
And then you just circulate through those things over and over again. But there's a lot to do.
There is.
It's a lot to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Travel a little bit. I don't know. I'm running out of tips.
I think we covered it. How many minutes are we at?
50.
50 minutes?
Yeah.
We've been talking for that long?
50 minutes.
I feel like I could go on forever.
This is probably my favorite one so far.
This is definitely one of my favorite ones. I think it's because like me and Harjeet didn't know what we were doing for most of our career. And I feel like now that we were kind of figuring it out, it's so great to explain this stuff to you guys that are probably also trying to figure it out no matter how old you are. We went through the trial and errors and all that stuff, and now we're sharing it with you.
I also have this newfound urge to help more people.
Yeah.
Because like I've always just been helping the people that I personally know. But like I want to help like this whole audience that we've built.
Yeah.
I want to help them with things and give them tips and provide value for them. And they're like, yo, like I listened to this podcast and I applied these 3 things that I learned from there. And like my life has gotten better. And like now I'm gonna teach these 3 people the things that I learned from Harji and Jazz.
Yeah.
And then like you can just create this huge community that is learning from each other. And also like we do comedy, right? And no one's gonna come to us and be like, yo, you're doing comedy wrong.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like obviously we're not doing comedy 100% right. There's obviously so many new things that we can learn, but that's not really the space where people will be like, yo, try this instead.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really do that in that field.
Yeah.
But like say I'm over here saying something about finance and I have my opinion, there's a better chance someone's going to be like, yo, Harji, this is your thought on this, but have you thought about this?
Yeah, true.
You know, and then I can learn more.
Yeah.
It's like a whole thing.
We can have discussions.
Yeah.
It's great.
Love it.
I feel like we were in a toxic place at one point in our career where we were like, we can't share our secrets with anybody. We got to like make sure that we appear like whatever, you know, you have a little bit of an ego.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's great that me and Harji kind of both let go of our egos and we're willing to help anyone and anybody. And we just want to share the love because like, I think it's so great to grow as a person. And we want to see everyone that's listening to this podcast right now get off their asses and grow and create, do what you do something great with your life, say hi to somebody, give somebody a smile,
open a savings account,
make some money. I want us all to be rich, you know?
Facts. Boom.
Share the knowledge, share the wealth.
Share this podcast
So
with
all your friends.
So other people can learn. Quickly again, thank you guys so much for listening. This is Date Night episode number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you're listening. YouTube. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating, leave a review, follow us on Spotify, all that good stuff. Jazz, any thoughts?
Yeah, do everything that Harjeet said. If you want a quick way to follow us everywhere, our website is youtubetv.com. That's YOUTWOTV.com. That's where you'll find where all our socials and all our videos, everything you possibly need to know about us. All the links are on that website. So that's all I'm going to say because there's so many things. There's like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, podcast.
Everything
YouTube.
is there.
Everything is there.
You can also sign up for a newsletter there.
Yeah.
Which we're going to start doing.
We are?
I've decided it.
Okay, cool. We're doing that.
All right, then.
It's on the to-do list.
And that's it. Much love. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next week.
Have a great day.
Peace.
Bye.